This is our first meditation session of the second time that I am teaching this, and this will be a more systematic approach. I want to start with the basics, what meditation is and what it's not. I think the joke that I didn't get quite right into the email, Matt Groening's Life is Hell, I'm going to sit here and meditate until I have an epiphany. And I'm not going to say that you won't have epiphanies, but that's not the point of meditation. Meditation's not a struggle. Meditation is not about striving. It's not goal-oriented. But what we do know about meditation is that it has a profound effect on your well-being. How? Well, when we learn how to disidentify and disentangle from our minds, our monkey minds, the ones that have thousands of thoughts a day, that we feel that's become part of our fabric, but they're not. We're not our minds. We're not our thoughts. We're not even our feelings, because a lot of our feelings are coming out of erroneous thinking. Of course, we're going to have thoughts. We're going to have feelings. No ifs, ands, or buts. But as my teacher used to say, examine your feelings before you act on them. Many of them are not based in logic. So what meditation is an opportunity for us to drop our identification with our mind, our thoughts, our ideas, so that we live in this bigger space, this place that feels free, that encourages us to suspend judgment, to welcome friendliness and compassion. I mean, a lot of problems in the world today are due to a lack of compassion. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Compassion meaning we wish to, A, not cause suffering, and B, if there is, to help reduce that suffering. Even if it's our own suffering, we need to start with ourselves. Because many illnesses have a factor or maybe more in our psychosomatic, so body, mind, meditation actually strengthens the immune system by making us less reactive, not as stressed out. So, these are just quickly a few benefits of why we would even bother practicing. Swami Rama, who founded the Himalayan International Institute for Yoga Studies, and there is one today, I believe, in either upstate New York or Pennsylvania. He said, and I'll quote him directly, "You are a citizen of two worlds, the world within and the world without. To be a successful person, you will need to understand how to build a bridge between these two worlds. Extreme views are not helpful to the world, nor are they helpful in your own life. It is best to gain control of your thoughts, sensations, emotions, and urges." And control may be a little bit stern. how about we try for balance, for equanimity, so that, you know, as I move through learning all kinds of new technology, I'm not very much at ease with it, but I'll own that. I'll own it. And then and I'm so grateful for all the help that I receive, I'm learning. So sometimes we can take our challenges and disadvantages and turn them into opportunities and advantages. Otherwise, without the challenges and disadvantages, I don't think we would ever learn, grow, or develop compassion for others who are experiencing what we've been through. So basically, that's sort of the, you know, what it is, what it isn't. And I wanted to say that there are basically 3 different setups for your physical body. Obviously, I'm able to sit cross-legged. When we have knee or hip issues, and I've had them, no, I can't sit cross-legged. I have to do something different, either leave one leg out front. But here are your 3 options. You can sit cross-legged, or you could sit up against a wall. Definitely raise your hips, put something underneath your hips so it's comfortable, and then keep your legs straight out in front, put a cushion behind your back, and use the wall to help you sit up straight. And the third option is sitting in a chair that allows your thighs to be parallel with the floor, your feet to be flat on the floor. It's always a good idea to pull the extra flesh away from your sits bones so that you can actually feel them connecting to whatever it is you're sitting on. And it helps you also maintain an upright spine. It should not be stiff, but it should be upright. And basically, you know, your nose, your third eye, and your sternum are all in alignment, not necessarily in the same dimension because our nose stick out, but these are all going to be in the same dimension. Your shoulders should be relaxed and over top of your hips. So that's the physical part. Then, of course, you can see behind me, I have quite an extensive altar. It's bigger than it was in the last place because I have more space. And I keep pictures of people who inspire me, like the Dalai Lama, Swami Shivananda. I would love a great picture of Thich Nhat Hanh, and I probably have one somewhere. I just still unpacking from my move. Prior to our sessions, I will burn some incense. I'm not suggesting that, you know, incense can be annoying for some people. Playing music that you like, and normally we would have music, but today Tech Guy wasn't available for that. And also too, I have a little timer. So, and I'll set it for the amount of time that I will meditate. And sometimes it goes by easily, quickly. Other times I don't feel very successful, but please don't judge the quality of your meditation. Don't go there. You're building a muscle, and you're building, in my opinion, the most important muscle you could possibly build. Life is full of challenges, stressors, difficulties, sadness, all kinds of things. And meditation strengthens an inner part of our being that allows us, as one of my therapists described it, to be a vessel that's large enough to hold all the joy and all the sorrow. There are many ways you could say it, but basically, we need to expand our abilities to be present without judgment. That's just being mindful and being aware. So music, incense, even smudge. If you're looking for bundles of sage, which I really love for purifying, and I use that in the yoga studio, you can pick it up at the health food store across from Lion on the Beach. They have a great price. It's wonderful, it's cleansing, it's healing, and if you've never smudged yourself, you know, sage is a wonderful thing. It's a white sage. Okay, so with those few words, I hope that you have found a comfortable seating arrangement. I want you to close your eyes and rest your hands on your thighs. And then if you need to, wiggle around to let that which is touching the ground settle down. Sitting up tall, becoming aware of your breathing. And on your exhalation, relax your face, relax your shoulders, relax your hips, and relax your lips. Notice the cool air at the entrance of your nostrils. And notice warm air released from the same place. So after we spend a bit of time noticing the breath, we might check in with any bodily sensations, any little places that require an itch or a scratch or an adjustment. Simply make it. This is not about suffering. This is about liberation, moksha. Liberating ourselves from the confines of our tiny little monkey minds. To free ourselves and have faith that this process can elevate and open you to a higher form of wisdom that's already present within you. You just have not accessed it yet. It doesn't happen in the conscious thinking mind. It exists in the sub and unconscious chambers of our minds, which constitute over 90% of our mind's capacity. Spending as little as 5 minutes on a regular basis, 3 to 4 times a week, has been proven to change the very structure of your brain. We know it now as neuroplasticity. Observing your breathing, movement of the body as it receives and as it releases. This is exactly the way most people learn to meditate. And we can all experience beginner's mind every time we practice. It's really the first time. With your eyes closed, you can gaze at the tip of your nose. It's an inner gaze. The tip of your nose lines up perfectly with your third eye, your sixth chakra, ajna, your seat of intuition. But there are no hard and fast rules or laws when we practice, other than to be aware. And if you lose awareness, that's okay. Meditation is deeply restful when we don't strive, when we don't judge. It's a quick vacation away from self-identification, struggle, lists. In fact, it offers us a glimpse into our true nature, which is joyous, blissful, and present, not in the past, nor in the future. Existing in the only moment and time there is, which is now. There is no other time. There's time past and time that has yet to happen, but they don't exist. Only in our minds, which is why meditation offers us a window into pure joy. There is nothing else. Ananda means bliss. This is why you hear the name Shivananda, or just Ananda itself, which is attached to so many words, means bliss. Become aware of how your body feels when you inhale, compared with how you feel when you exhale. Exhaling equals letting go, releasing, relaxing. Do not think about what you're letting go of. It's unnecessary. Just the act of exhalation is letting go. So just spend a few minutes now enjoying the peace of letting go. All you need do is exhale. If you want more peace, exhale longer, slower, more fully. Ensure that your head is centered directly over your shoulders, that your spine is aligned. All of these things facilitate the breath as it enters and leaves the body. whatever it is that might be coming up or isn't, simply be aware. If calm is the overriding feeling, acknowledge it. If the opposite, feeling squirrely or anxious, just notice it. As the saying goes, it's all good. Trust. You're getting to know yourself. If your mind requires something to do over the next 2 or 3 minutes before we complete this session, follow your breath, counting as it goes in. 1, 2 as it goes out. 3 as it goes in. And 4, etc. Or silently say to yourself, breathing in, breathing out. Keeping your eyes closed, bring your hands together into prayer, pressing your thumbs up against your sternum, and bow your heads to your own hearts. At this time, I invite you to silently say a prayer. It can be for anyone, anywhere. It can be for an entire country. It can be for the world. It could be for yourself. Please go ahead. And then lifting your head again, keeping your eyes closed, rub your palms together vigorously, generating heat and warmth. And now cup them over your eyes, bathing them in this blue-black warmth. Taking a big belly breath in. And exhale as you wash the sides of your face with your hands. A quote from Thich Nhat Hanh said, "The act of praying is not just an empty wish, because behind each prayer is a practice of mindfulness and concentration." And this one is from Shakespeare, because all of us have doubts about what we're capable of doing. And you may have doubts that meditation is a practice that will produce anything for you. And I want you to let that go. As Shakespeare said, "Our doubts are traitors that make us lose the good we might oft win by fearing to attempt." Please acknowledge yourselves for taking the time to learn what I think is the best therapy on the planet, the greatest thing we can do to take care of ourselves, to love ourselves more deeply, and everyone else in the world. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day, and namaste.